Hello everyone, welcome back to Ready, Set, Go Fish. So today, the topic of this video is planning the stock of your Malawi fish tank. So all I keep are peacocks and haps. So this is a mix of both peacocks and various haplochromous cichlids. And I know as a newbie it can be a little bit difficult, like knowing how many to get, how big they're gonna get. So I was just gonna spend a minute. Like I've kept them for a few years now, and I've watched them grow up, and I've kind of like seen how it plays out over a longer period of time. So I just want to give an overview. So these fish here, this is a 265 gallon tank. It's 5 feet wide, 3 feet tall. And these fish are pretty good sized. So I have a Sharpie here. This is 5.5 inches, 14 centimeters. You can see the smallest fish are like slightly smaller than this one. The largest fish are significantly bigger. So like this guy is probably like 7.5 inches. He is a Tole hap. So the bigger ones like maybe even 8 inches. He's a good size Borlei. And some of them are going to get even bigger. Like this is a Bucochromis nototania, this one. And he might get to be a foot. Like you never know. There's a pretty wide range in how big these fish get. Like for example, this one is a dragon blood, and I think he's full grown. He hasn't grown in quite some time. The sulfur heads remained a bit smaller. They just have quite a bit of variety in how big they get. So any of these fish I think would fit okay in a 125 gallon tank. Like if they were in a smaller tank than that, like a 90, they would seem pretty small. Okay, next up we're looking at a 125 gallon tank. So this is 6 feet long. This tank, I haven't counted these fish, but there's probably like 15 Africans and 10 clown loaches and a couple of plecos. So here's our marker. You can see the smallest fish, like this one right here, is a little smaller. He's probably like 5 inches, and this is 5.5. But the biggest ones are a little bigger than this. Like this guy, he's probably 6.5 inches. He's the biggest. So, in my opinion, that is about the right size fish for this tank. And when they get much bigger, they start to be crowded, and like aesthetically it just doesn't look very good having a few large fish in a smaller tank. And to tell you the truth, I don't recommend it because it's a lot of work. Like a big fish will generate a lot more waste, a lot more ammonia content goes into the water. You'll be doing water changes all the time. You won't have as much variety. Like you get to know your fish better if there's fewer of them, but it's not ideal. Like I think it's one of the good things about African cichlids is a lot of them don't get that big. A lot of the New World cichlids get huge, and you end up with like 1 or 2 11-inch fish in a 125. And that's kind of lame in my opinion. Like you're way better off having, a nice variety. So, in my opinion, this 125 is like a little bit less than ideally stocked. It should have a few more fish in it. But at this rate, it's like really low maintenance. It's working. None of them are too big. Nobody's getting picked on. It's a reasonable balance. If I had one tank, I would shoot for something maybe slightly higher stocked than this. But this is not far off. Okay, next up, we're looking at a 90 gallon tank. So this is the same height and depth, like front to back, as a 125, but it's a 4-foot tank. And this aquarium has kind of similarly sized fish to the other one, to the 125, a few smaller ones, but it's got a few larger fish in there too. Like that's like a 6.5 inch Anagenus. This guy hangs out, he hides quite a bit, but he's the biggest fish in the tank. He's probably 7 inches. And they're okay. This tank does get a little bit higher nitrate buildup compared to the 125, at least historically. And this is honestly the smallest tank that I would consider keeping haps and peacocks in. And they probably won't grow as fast or get as big. There's definitely a relationship between having a nice big tank, nice clean water. They will grow faster. Like this fish right here has taken a long time to mature, and he's still not there. He's a Nova Blue, and my old one died. He was beautiful, so I got another one from the same line. And this fish has been in this 90-gallon a long time, and he's just not growing as fast. So I would recommend a little bit larger tank if you've got the space and the budget for it. So the last one, I'll show you the environment I've had that's like grown the biggest fish. All right. So this is where I keep my largest fish. And these guys are big. I think they're basically full grown. So here's the 5.5 inch Sharpie marker. You can see, like, I don't know, that's maybe a foot long fish, 11 inch. Similar size for that one. They are beasts. I got all of these fish probably 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and I got them small. Like they were all, none of them had color. They were just like barely able to sex them. And I got most of these fish at the same time, like the vast majority of them. And they've all grown into like really nice size specimen. Like that's a big dolphin right there. They don't all get that big. And I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's because he's in a big tank. This is a 220-gallon tank, but it's 7 feet long, 24 inches front to back, 25 inches tall. And I think the space has made them, like I've kept the water clean, and they just seem to thrive in here. So in my opinion, in my experience, this is the environment that they grow the best. So get a nice big tank, feed them, not too much, but enough to nurture them, and they will take off. It'll take some time, but that's kind of the fun of it too, like watching them go through all the phases. And when they start getting to this phase where they're just beasts, like the level of detail in these things, like it just gets cooler and cooler. Like, you'll love watching the process from being young to being, huge and gnarled. They get their little wounds, and their fins get, look at the color in these fins. Like the younger fish don't have the level of detail. Like if you took this fish and shrank it down to a small fish size, it would be incredibly detailed. So you kind of have to wait for them to grow to see like exactly what they turn into. I'm doing a lot of close-ups here just so you can like try to see what happens to them when they get a bit older. So anyway, that's my take on it. Get a big tank, maybe more than one. Buy a fish small, watch them grow. Enjoy yourselves in the process, guys. Thanks for watching till the end. Happy fish keeping.